voice makes me weak. All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know what send me if it could flee. Me have to take away me say. Me have to take away me say. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away me say. Take away myself. I have to utilize I.
Greetings, kings and queens. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. Today is Tuesday. As I always say, if it's Tuesday, there's an election going on somewhere in the United States. It could be a county election, a municipal election, or a PTA election, but an election is happening. But for us, we have this morning our Carifican youth voices, and we have youths from Barbados, from Kenya, and also from Jamaica. So we got a nice blend for you this morning, but then there's also something of importance that I want to do with you before we start the show. So stay with me. For those inside the YouTube chat room, welcome. And for those who are coming, run go get your coffee, run go get your tea, and come back.
Through the door, take away ourselves. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Stand up on the body, girl, take away ourselves. Yeah, take away ourselves. Stand up on the body, girl, take away
Walking on sand and holding your hand, feel like a tourist in my own homeland, in my own homeland, enjoying the bright, the warm sunlight. Oh my God, what a beautiful sight in my own homeland. This place is so nice, wanna do everything twice. Yes, I feel as if I'm in a paradise. No matter the season, you've got every reason. This place is another little heaven. East or west, I couldn't care less. Ooh, this place, it is definitely blessed. My own homeland. North or south, feel free to wander about. You can jump, dance, or sing and shout in my own homeland.
Yes, Homeland from Miss Palmer Hall. And it's only fitting to play Homeland because we're doing some flavor this morning, Caribbean and African flavor this morning. So let me bring in my co-host Flavius. Flavius, what's happening in your neck of the woods this morning? Top of the morning, sir, top of the morning. Top of the morning, sir.
We have bright sunshine, and the place is not very, it's not, I don't see a lot of movement.
Okay.
So I think we are getting back to our normal week. And people don't have to rush too much.
That's
So
good.
that is very good. That is very good. I haven't been outside. I haven't been anywhere. So, I'm just looking. So you can
You're on the
always,
inside looking out.
you can always know what is happening by the amount of vehicle taxis that used to pass by and their speed.
All
And
right.
people
All right.
walking.
That's
I
good.
think we don't have any face-to-face school, so you don't see the kids in their uniforms or anything like that. Everybody's at home, and it's very heartwarming to know that Enfield is having some form of internet now. You have the cable internet that is working, and then there is digital installed internet also.
So there's a lot going on in your neck of the woods, man.
Oh yeah,
All right.
Yes.
Let me find out from Errol what's happening in his neck of the woods. Errol, top of the morning, sir. Top of the morning.
Not seen Errol.
What's happening in your neck of the woods, Errol?
Well, what's happening in my neck of the woods right now? Bless up the morning. I'm driving out to go do some work for my daughter, so I am going to be mostly on the background. Oh, hold on. Yes, you in the background supporting, and I will give if I see any major events on the road that is newsworthy, I will let you know because I'll be on the road for the next 3/4 hour.
It's good, man.
but
It's
I'll be in the
good.
background.
It's good to see. It's good to see internet working like that in Jamaica. I'm proud.
So
I'm proud of that.
How's the traffic? How's the traffic? How's the traffic?
I'm just coming out of my area, so I haven't gone in the mainstream yet. So if you don't start officially before, in a few minutes I'll be out there. The road that crosses my area is not busy now. Just a number of about 4 or so vehicles passing at slow pace. No rush. No rush as on the other days when they were locked down. So it seems that people are a little calmer.
Calmer, yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
That's good. Anyway, I want to do something. Since all of us are, not all of us are here, but I want to ask Kennedy, what's happening in your neck of the woods, Kennedy? Let me unmute.
Yes.
What's happening in Africa this evening?
Yeah, this evening, everything is just cool. The sun is setting down. And as usual, Kenya, we are nearing the election period. And so then the atmosphere is just political. It is, you sell your ideas, you sell your lies. And then who will buy and the sorts of things that are there.
All right.
So those are the things that are happening in Kenya.
Glad to know, man. Glad to know. And I see you indoors, chill out, You need a glass of wine right there now, Anyway, I have some sad news, and it's sad because this young lady, she came on our show in May, and she was also a guest on one of our Mother's Day event that we had this year. And she is also a team member with our a co-host of ours, Francine, and her name is Raquel. And Raquel lost her dad yesterday. So I know I'd send it out to my team members this morning that we want to have a moment of silence just for her, to show that, we know that she's going through sorrow at this moment, and our thoughts are with her, and of course, prayers as well. So if you all can just, be reverent for a brief moment, and then I'll end it with my voice interrupting, and then I'll play Tasha Williams' Cover Me. All right, thank you. This one is for you, Raquel, and your family. Just want to let you know that, gonna ask God to grant you the serenity to accept the things that you cannot change, the courage to change the things that you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Tasha Williams with Cover Me.
Cover me, cover me, cover me, oh, cover me. There is a change coming. Don't you feel the wind blowing? I can feel the chill, evil on the rise. Will you take that pill or stand firm in His will? Your money, your name will not be able to help you. No, no, no. Fame or lame won't be able to save you. You got to be covered under the blood of the Almighty. You got to be covered, 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 covered. You got to be covered, 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 covered under the blood of the Almighty. Covered under His blood. Nothing here is strange. Mankind is deranged. He said this in His word, or didn't you observe? Nation rise against nation, famine and pestilence all around me. Oh, what a shift. The world is in a ditch. Mothers against their daughters, fathers against their sons. Oh, watch out for the deceivers, proclaiming to be the Messiah. Wars, and rumors of war. Still there is only one way. You got to be covered, 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 covered. You got to be covered, 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 covered. You got to be covered, 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 covered. You got to be covered, 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 under the blood of the Almighty.
When I see the blood, I will pass over you. Death angel passing through, are you covered?
You can kill the sweat, but my soul belongs to the Creator of me and you. Lord, I belong to you. I am covered. I am covered. Yeah, I am covered. Covered, covered, covered. I am covered, covered, oh, covered, covered. The blood of Jesus, God over me, and around me, all the fire cover me. Blood of Jesus, my Redeemer. Shield and defense, my salvation, wall of fire, all around me. The blood of Jesus, cover me. The blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus Christ on me, shield on me, defense. Oh, you better be covered, better be covered, better be covered, covered. You better be covered.
Yes, yes, indeed. Covered.
Of the Almighty.
Tasha Williams. And this one is going out to Raquel and her family. Wishing you God's blessings as you all, grieve. Wanna, thank those who are in the YouTube chat room for joining us. Welcome to the Real Stuff Podcast. And our feature presentation this morning is Caribbean and African youths who will voice their opinion, their thoughts, their views on what they really know or want to know about, or things that they want to express to us as adults. And this morning we have with us Jonathan Cole from Jamaica, and we have Joelle Lovell from Barbados, and Philip Mosyoka from Kenya. So without any further ado, let me welcome all of you this morning. I see Francine is coming in, so I see Jonathan is here. So unmute your mic, Jonathan. Unmute your mic. Top of the morning, sir. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Is Philip here? I don't see Philip. So if you're here, top of the morning, Francine. Don't see no mic from Francine yet. So when you have your mic, you can, acknowledge. So for your subject this morning, Jonathan, is about music, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the floor is yours. Without any further ado, I turn over to you, my son.
Thank you. Music plays an important role in the socialization of children and adolescents. Listening to popular music is considered by society to be a part of growing up. Music provides entertainment and distraction from problems and serves as a way to relieve tension and boredom. So what do I mean by distraction from problems? Where you have someone who wants to pay for something, or someone who wants to pay for their school fee, or wants to pay anything at all, and they play music to distract them and just let it out of their mind. So that's what I mean by that. The effect that popular music has on children's and adolescents' behavior and emotions is of paramount concern. Lyrics that become more explicit in their references to drugs, sex, and violence over the years, particularly in certain genres. A teenager's preference for certain types of music to be correlated or associated with certain behaviors. As with popular music, the perception and the effect of music video messages are important because research has reported that exposure to violence, sexual messages, sexual stereotypes, and use of substances of abuse in music videos might produce significant changes in behaviors and attitudes of young viewers. Music is a powerful medium. While that power can be beneficial, it can also have a harmful influence. As music becomes increasingly accessible through cell phones, the internet, and other new technologies, it is important to understand its influence on today's youth. Music is also an important part of our lives, as it is a way of expressing our feelings as well as emotions. Why and how do youth use music? Youth use music in different ways to relieve tension or boredom, provide a creative outlet, help take control of their emotions or mood, form identity. Example, music preferences can be a way of finding a group identity. And the last point I have is as entertainment or distraction. We have also learned that the choice of music, reactions to it, and interpretation of it depends on the age, culture, and it depends on the age, culture, and ethnicity. For example, one study that female youth are more likely than male youth to use music to reflect their emotional state. For example, listen to sad music when they are feeling down. Male youth are more likely to use music in a stimulating way, for example, to create a positive image of themselves or raise their energy level.
All right, Jonathan. So that was your presentation. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you very much.
So I like it because there's some truth to it. Someone who plays music and listen to music a lot. It sure is. Last night I was talking to a friend of mine. He was going through not an emotional stress, but he was really stressful. And I heard him moving up some stuff in his house, and I said, "What you doing?" And he said, "Oh, I'm pulling out my keyboard and my turntable. I'm gonna play some music because it's like my head feel like it want to lift off." Some say, "Yeah, man, the right thing that for just play some music." But while you play the music, turn it down so we can talk as well, So we were able to talk, and during the whole process, we were like selecting music. I wasn't playing, but I could hear in the background. I was saying, which song I go with that one, and you were selecting while and say, "Yeah, I haven't." And for the 45 minutes or more that we were on the phone talking, he was a different man. The next thing him start cook. so yeah, man. It the music really release him tension. The other part of it, that you mentioned, the distraction of music,
Yes.
the distracting part, yes, is also truth as well, because sometimes, if you're supposed to be studying, and just by how technology set up now, students or children have access to music at them fingertip.
Yes.
And no care how if you are as a parent, might put on the what you call it, the no profanity. Them call it parental control. You might have it at the house, parental control onto the app or whatever. But when they go out in the schoolyard, they're gonna hear a couple profanity music out there, and things as well. Or if some of the depending on where they live to, you will hear it on the street, So there's some truth to that. Plus, with the artists nowadays, there's two artists that did a song recently named Redemption, Luciana and Mikey General. And one of the part of the lyrics that Mikey General was saying was the artists them need to put more positive lyrics in them song and not the profanity. You understand me? I must say the music needs some redemption. And I go and play, if I go and find it and play it before this program finishes, So I see my co-host Francine is here. Top of the morning, Francine, how you doing? You care to unmute your mic? You don't want to mute your mic?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hope that everyone is doing well.
Top of the morning.
It's so good to see your faces.
Morning, Sister Francine.
And I'm seeing Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Francine. What's up?
Good morning. Courtney, Flavius, Franco, everybody.
Yeah,
Kennedy, hi, how you doing?
Top of the morning.
I'm here on the battlefield,
I know.
fighting just the same. But you know, of course, I have to check in. Hi,
Yeah.
Errol. I have to check in just the same
Hi,
to make
hi,
sure that all is well.
Yeah. And I
You
know
know.
I know your partner just lost her dad. So earlier we did a moment of silence
Yes.
for her and play covered by Tasha Williams. So we just want you to
Well,
relay back.
sing it low. So again,
We said we were able to do a moments of silence and dedicate Tasha Williams covered to her. So we just wanted to relay back the message to her in case she's not listening this morning. I know she's grieving with the family that our thoughts are with her.
she would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. She would appreciate it. Yeah, man. So what's the topic for this morning? Because I came in late. What's happening this morning?
I think each youths come with their own topic, and Jonathan, his one was music. I'm waiting for Philip. Philip is here. I don't know if Philip is here. And what's her name? Joelle Lovell. She should be joining us. So Jonathan just did music. So I don't know if you want to say anything.
Okay, so we have this morning then. Very good.
Yeah, and Philip
Very
should be
good.
doing
And Jonathan has chosen music.
yeah.
Yeah. The power of music.
When the music hit you, you feel no pain.
Yeah.
No pain.
And as I was explaining to him last night, it helped me. A friend of mine was going through some problems, and him pull out him turntable and was able to play some music, and we chit chat until eventually him start cook. So the music really have power.
Mm-hmm.
So who else want to elaborate on that? Flavius, as a musician, go ahead.
I have been listening music in this kind of way from I was very young. In fact, music was part of my schooling and my studying. I basically don't do nothing without music. Even today, I play music every day. I listen to music every single day. No day can pass and I'm not listening to music. Some form of music, different kind of music. And music is just, I don't know you can live without music, really. Or you can do what you can do without music. Because music is so consoling, It's so, it can bring you up, it can bring you down, it can make you relax. You just choose the type of music that you want, And I listen to all kind of music. I mean, if I tell you some artist name, you would never have heard
Hold
of.
on, we getting a feedback. A terrible feedback in my ears. So.
Shouldn't be me, no.
Okay.
I have nothing on.
All right. Okay, continue, sir.
Yeah. So music is well, I went to a school that music was a major part, of everything that we do.
Which school that?
What school?
Yeah, which school that?
Oh. They call them Purples Fortis.
Oh, come on.
College. Yeah.
There's only one. One? Only one.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, man. So music is a huge part of that school. Mm-hmm. And a lot of Jamaica prominent musicians actually went to school with me. And they were playing music from that time, going to school.
True.
The ones who weren't singing in the choir. I can give you a choir joke,
Mm-hmm.
When you go to school, one of the first things you have to do is go to the chapel. And we had a man named Mr. Barry Davis. He was a musical director. And you had to sing for them, for him. So they can find out if they want you in the choir or not, Our choir was a big thing. I mean, the Kingston College Boys Choir was a big name in Jamaica.
It is still a big thing.
Yeah, I know it is. Yeah,
still a big thing.
Yeah, man. So most of the boys, them now, at boys going to be boys, do everything that they can to not be selected.
Mm-hmm.
So you go in and them say, sing Gloria, you have to sing Gloria, you're singing and then put you over one side or the other side, you know?
Okay.
So while those guys were trying not to be selected, and some of them, he saw through some of them and selected them still, you know? When my time came, I just did my normal thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't have to try him. Just as him hear probably a couple bars, him say, "Okay, you don't come back."
You can't sing, Flavius.
Not even half a note.
or did you deliberately did it because you never want to be in the choir? Which one?
No, I'm telling you, I wasn't trying to do that. I know I won't make it, so I didn't have to try anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll make a contribution here, Franco, when you're ready.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yes, thanks to Jonathan for focusing on music, because you cannot be wrong at any time with focusing on music. It's part of the therapy of life. As Flavor said, every mood that is possible can be associated. And those persons who are Bible scholars, or even if you're not Christians, but you are aware, in the past, music was used. The kings, King Saul, when he had some spirit affecting him, called for David to play the harp. And so that was seen as a very important part of life. And music in worship, the Psalms, as you may know, they are actually songs that were used in worship. And finally, in my own life, in my darkest hour, when I had my travail with, unfortunately, church, not God, the church, make a distinction. And it was music that saved me. Bob Marley's music, gospel music. And I've spent most of my life writing and producing music. And so I endorse that fully. Music is still the food of love. And also, it's a healing instrument. So thanks, Jonathan, for raising that very important topic, music.
You're welcome, sir. Welcome.
And just to add to what Errol just said, but there's music. It's amazing to see that there's music for every single situation in life. So whether it's a sad moment, happy moment, excitement, it doesn't matter what moment it is. There's always a music that can add to it. You know, so it's a good topic. Thank you again, Jonathan.
Yeah, and if you go back like Errol went back way to the way back kings or whatever, you'll also realize that the army, which is the military people who do the fighting or whatever, what they do, they march. And most of the hymns that you sing now in churches are actually marches. They're composed for marches.
Yes. Very important flavors. And also it is said that when Moses, whether you see it as fiction or real, when they came across the Red Sea, they Miriam, the sister of Moses, used a tambourine and made one heck of a music as the sign of freedom. So music throughout history. Also, I would interject, Martin Luther King, the reformer, it was music that he used, translated the songs. He wrote songs so that the people could understand, because the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, did not want the people to hear in their own language. And Martin Luther translated the pop songs, used the rhythms of the popular secular songs to bring Christian message to it. So music, Jonathan, you don't underestimate the theme that you have introduced. And also, if in terms of, I would like you to answer a question with respect to the impact of music on young people today. Do you think the music is influencing the behavior, or is it just the society which is influencing? When you get to that, I would love to hear a response on that topic.
All right, who next? Kennedy, I see you put up your hand. You want to go, Kennedy?
Yeah, I also give a contribution. in Africa, I'm also in Kenya, you find that music, you find that in the past, we use music now to teach our children, just like songs, just like folk songs, like the music. We find that we use now music now to just like the oral tradition. Maybe there is a message that comes now to the children or to the grandchildren. Then you find out the grandfather now compose a music. And after now composing a music, because that now children usually love entertainment. So when they hear now, and inside those particular lyrics, only inside those particular instrument, you find that message is in that those particular aspect. So you find that of very helpful out this. And also you find that most of the time maybe the children may have done one and they're now tired. They can sit down and now listen to their grandfathers or maybe their parents now playing the music. Maybe in certain ceremonies when now people need now to relax. So you find that they would call now someone to come and play music. It can be maybe instrument or it can be maybe just singing. And because now our culture will be very unique and very rich with the teachings and also lessons. But and also you find that also when now we go now to the religious songs and music. For me, I really love singing in choir. I'm a Roman Catholic member, and I love singing in choir. And when I sing, it surely makes me to even forget that when you listen to music, you can even forget that you are in a pain or you are experiencing something very tough. And by listening to music, you find that now you get relieved, and you bring back now your lost self now to the real life and start now tackling your problems. But you find that you find that with the current generation, you find that music has just shifted to another thing altogether. People, some do music, I can't say all, but some just do it maybe because they want to be famous. And when for them now to be famous, they want to expose certain aspects that are just now contaminating our tradition, contaminating our cultures. For example, we find that now maybe people want now to expose their body, now to express maybe a message. So you find that you can sit down, but when
recording in progress,
you cannot listen it, parents or maybe with the elder ones. So I think something is really happening, but I don't know. But I just hope that there's still other aspects which are still preserved, that are entertaining, that are enriching, and that also have teachings.
So true. Okay. I haven't seen our other youths, Philip and Joel. So let us continue. We got a lot more. Another 20 minutes to go. So let's dig in some more into the music. I think I find the song that I was talking about, Luciana and Mikey General, and it named Redemption, but I don't know if I can get it in. Hold on. Just giving you a little piece of it.
Luciana, oh well, Mikey General, once again, leader. The blessing of the Most High is upon us. His grace is forevermore. And Jaja give his wisdom to the righteous and strength so we can endure. Although this generation is rebellious and the youth them broke out like so, still I figure the music that is conscious, so our future will be secured. This is the redemption, so everybody better listen this selection. Mikey General, Luciana combination. Say this I wanna come to uplift the nation.
Yeah. So you hear the man say, the youths them of today is rebellious and them broke out like sore. So we have to give them good music to uplift them. Because we need redemption, and it's so true. You know, so the other day, a year, I think it was some years back, 1 minute there. Some years back, I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were discussing about the music, like the profanity in the music. The artists who do songs like those, should they be held accountable? And he said to me, no, the parents has to be held accountable because they are the ones who have the switch. They can turn it off and turn it on. And I said to him, but the artist is also responsible, because if you are just only doing songs that full of profanity, not that you're just doing it for adults only or X-rated crowd, but you have to make sure, say, that you want children, because children, them see and them hear, them learn by what they see, they learn by it. What they hear, they're going to learn by it. Because if you have a baby around you and that baby you're using some words and that baby can, try form his or her words, they're going to say the same words what you're saying, You understand me? So if they hear the music with profanity, I remember artists who used to do a lot of hip-hop, and he was driving on a long journey with his children in the back of the car. And he said he took out a cassette, a CD, and he insert the CD in the CD deck. And then eventually when he hear the lyrics, and it was his songs, When he heard the lyrics, he reject it immediately and threw it through the window. Because him say him no want his kids to listen to it. And then it dawned upon him. But I made these music, and I can imagine if I don't want my children to hear my words were full of profanity, then mean other parents are doing the same thing. They're barring their children from listening to my songs. And him say from that day until now, him stop the songs with profanity in it, because he's saying if his kids cannot sit down and listen to his songs, then it simply mean is not something that he should put out to the general public. So my friend was telling me that the artists don't owe me and you nothing. We are the ones who are supposed to safeguard our children. So if they can sing profanity in a song, that don't mean they're gonna live it out. But I don't believe in that. You understand me? I believe that as a man think it and speak it, so is he. You understand me? So if your music them going full of profanity, then you're just like that. That's the songs them you will listen to, and you will make anybody listen to it. So those are some of the things that we need. We need the music need to change. The music don't have that spark where I remember in the 70s. I'm not that old, but come on, man. Roots and culture, what we know about it was roots and culture. So nowadays, what are the culture? What are the roots? I think I have somebody said the other day on YouTube, where is Jamaica culture? We don't have no culture no more.
You have the culture of modernity.
Eh?
Culture of modernity. Everything is modern.
Exactly. So where's the culture?
So that this is now the digital era. We are now from analog.
From analog to digital. And we're going into the AI era. That's what we're going into. Because people are complaining how computer is going to be taking over. You see it at the airport. So, AI is on the rise. So, who else want to touch on that subject? I see Courtney's here.
My hand has been up for a while.
Okay, go ahead.
We speak about music now, but if we do our history, in all the struggles of the world, all the indigenous people, all our thing about slavery and all that, music was one of the things that helped to get us through. It was very, very good for us. In fact, it was so good for us that the enslavers forbid us from doing music, because music got us in a state where they didn't want us to be, And even in the civil rights movement, for who know or don't know, great singers like Aretha Franklin and Sam Cooke, Mavis Staples, all these people used to work in the civil rights movement. Those were the backbone of the civil rights movement. All those songs, there are many songs that those great singers used to sing in a very, very serious way to keep us going, to keep us in the right path. So music has been extremely powerful and very, very good for us throughout the years. And we're not talking about just black people or Caribbean people. We're talking about all type of indigenous people have some form of music that helps to carry them, take them out, take them around. So it's very, very important that we do not destroy the original use of music, and that is what is happening now. With Franco talking about the profanity and all these things. My word for it is selling out. Our artists nowadays have sold out completely. They have sold out. We have to get back. And if you notice, Franco, there are no more love songs. Early in the 70s, 60s.
So true. Yeah. No, these artists, they're not lover boys no more.
Yeah, a lot of love songs, and any kind of genre you look were love songs. We don't have that anymore. The songs are just nothing songs, basically, a lot of them.
Like I remember when I was playing minor league back in 1977, 78, around that time. I think it was 77, 78. And to me, that was the greatest love song I've heard at the time, and it was a Bob Marley song. I wanna love you and treat you right.
Right. Oh yes.
And I remember when I heard that song, I was in Ocho Rios at a school they call Marcus Garvey Secondary School. Right? It was in St. Anne's. Yeah, Marcus Garvey Secondary School. And listen me, man. Every day I play that song, you hear me? Because this guy, he brought one of them boom box. Remember those big boom box at the time?
Yeah.
And cassette was the order of the day.
Yeah, yes.
And I played that cassette till, what happened one night, we were sitting out and looking up in the sky, and I played music. I remember hear the tape, the fun.
You rub it out.
Rub it out. See, and I memorized the song so much that I used to tell my friends, man, this is the greatest love song Bob Marley ever sing, right? Mm-hmm. And so in my last year at high school, when everything was, the turning point at Jamaica, 1979 to 1980, Bob Marley came out with an album named Kaya.
Yeah.
And on that album, you have a song named My Woman Is Gone. and that, again, was another great love song. You understand me? So, the, artists, I think, they back in the days, I used to say, they were speaking for us. They were our voices. And I used to hear a musician, a drummer, said, he's saved already. He used to look for me and say, all you have to save yourself. And that's what you mean by that. He said, because God said him welcome all players of instruments. so I was like, what? Him say, looking at the Bible and you see it, so me see it first. So, yeah, music is a part of us. And as I said, if I don't listen to music on a daily basis, man, I go crazy. Because it really calm you and mellow you down, So I'm gonna ask Jonathan this question, because since you bring up the subject, music, what genre of music you like? What genre of music you like, Jonathan? Let me unmute you so you can, what genre of music you like?
Gospel.
Huh?
Gospel.
Which one then?
Gospel.
Gospel. Oh, gospel. Okay.
Yes.
All right, gospel. Yeah. All right. You're a gospel artist. I'm gonna give you a gospel artist. I want you to listen to. Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was in high school, right?
Yeah.
I was in 9th grade. I heard some music playing inside the music room.
Mm-hmm.
So I went down there and see what's going on.
Yeah.
So I see 5 individuals singing this song that's called You Are God.
Okay.
And then I joined them, and when I started singing, everybody was on their feet.
Wow, you're a good singer, man. That's what I tell.
I've been singing from when I was 14 years old.
Yeah.
That is, yes.
That's good, man.
Now.
That's good. That's
good. That's the first time I joined the church choir up to this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then my choir director, he tested my voice to see how high I can go.
Yeah.
With this scale that's called Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing I learned from primary school coming up now.
8 little notes, man.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And then from
what's your favorite gospel song?
Gospel song? Okay. I Believe by Jonathan Nelson.
Oh.
I believe by
Jonathan Cole.
No, Nelson. Jonathan
Nelson. I heard you.
Give
us a few bars. Give us a few bars, though.
Come again?
Give us a few bars.
Clear your throat and give us a few bars.
Okay.
I'm going to clear mine, and then I'm going to give you a few bars too. So I'm going to clear mine. So clear yours.
All right. Jehovah, you, I trust in you. Oh Lord, Jehovah, you, I trust in you. I believe you. I trust in you. Oh Lord, Jehovah, you, I trust in you. I believe you are the God of miracles. You are the God of wonder. You are the God all powerful. I believe.
Wonderful.
Well, this one is a bombshell.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Jonathan.
Thank
You make me have to pull back. You make me pull back because I drink some water to clear my throat, but I'm not gonna do it again, boss. Me gonna make somebody else do it for me. When Courtney talk, they gonna make somebody do it for me, man. That's my gospel artist. I'm gonna bring her in next. All right, Courtney, go ahead.
Yes, Jonathan. Well, greetings to the podcast team. I'm sorry I didn't come on earlier, but just to touch on music, we know that music, is the food of life. That means it feeds the soul. And I'd like to say to Jonathan, because I heard he said talk about music as a distraction, but Jonathan, I just say music is just a diversion, because a diversion is a purpose and purposeful and deliberate action that you take. A distraction is something that takes you really away from your purpose or what you are doing, you know. So the diversion that music gives, it helps to soothe your mind and soothe the soul. And as you mentioned before, there are, you know, different things that music does, and you have different types of music. And, you know, something that is very important, you know, about the therapy that music gives, you know, because there was an experiment that was done with classical music and rock music that surprises me on this program that Wayne Dyer did, that if you have like a banana or something, some kind of object, and you play classical music, it will like break easily. I didn't remember the object that he was using, but if you like play a pop music or, you know, or rock music, you couldn't break that object, you know, that easily or anything. So it was showing, you know, the effect that music has on the mind, you know. Yeah. And it's a very interesting, you know, subject that you brought up. And there are so many aspects to look at, you know what I mean? You know, you have what you call like binaural beats. You have what you call solfeggio music, listening to different pitches of music and how it affects the body and mind. So, you know, that's another aspect of it. So, and just, you know, continue to be who you are, and, you know, because there are times in your life that maybe you don't get anyone to encourage you, but encourage yourself.
Thank you.
That's my little piece.
Cho. You know, I remember last year, Flavors and I, we were doing the Maroon Wow Day, and in the beginning there was some little mishap. And I remember the young lady who was hosting it, she said, you know what, Franco, don't worry yourself, because, well, I was in charge of music, so there was a mishap. I played the wrong music. But the wrong music turned out to be something that she said really fit into that part of it when she listened to it, and then she, you know, elaborate on it. This morning we were expecting 3 of you. And your subject is music, and the other 2 guests, I know Philip was going to talk about ego and pride. But I'm just thinking, I was just here, you know, while Courtney was summing up, and I was just, you know, reflecting. And this was meant to be. It truly was meant to be. And I'm going to tell you why it was meant to be. Because from last night, I've been going through this whole segment of music right up to this morning. And the song that was on my mind, so happened to when you say you are a gospel artist, or you love gospel, it bring me to this song now that I'm going to play it, right? And the reason why I'm going to play it is when I was running radio, every Sunday, a gospel singer and I would do I would control the music for her, and she would run the program. But this song was a song that I fell in love with, and it's really powerful. And I'm going to play it this morning, not for you, but for everybody who's listening, especially for Raquel. Yeah, and the reason why I'm going to play it, especially for Raquel, is because I want to say, I always wish people a joyful day. You understand me? And this is what my artists have to say about the joyful day.
Thank you, Jesus. Sweeter than you I could never find. Bring me joy, not joy to my soul. You bring me joy into my soul. Sweet joy, you bring me joy. Joy, thank you, Jesus. Oh, joy, joy, when I think of where I'm coming from, and I think of all I've been through, I realize that my life was surely missing you, and you came and made me brand new. There's not a minute or an hour I don't think of you, and every breath that I breathe is for you too. Whether day or night, I hold my head up high and declare you're my everything. So you bring me to my soul so much joy. You bring me joy into my soul. So much joy. You bring me joy, 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 joy. Oh yes, enough joy, joy, my soul. Alright, you are my rock of ages, the solid rock on which I stand. My life's not worth living without your presence. Thank you, Jesus, for being my friend. No, yes, no greater love could there be than for a man to lay down his life for a friend. So I'm sure, yes, I'm sure you are my God and King. True salvation, that's what you bring. Joy, sweet joy, one leap of joy. Bring me joy, bring me joy, yes.
Yes, 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 yes. The music of Chevelle Franklin, Joy. So I'm telling you, when you listen to that song, just listen to it, it will tear you up, trust me. Them have a saying, if you listen to something constantly, it going to turn out to be, good, even if it was bad. There was a song that I never liked to hear the song, period. But every day the radio station played it, and because I was working in a radio station, I used to hear it and I never liked it. And eventually one day I sit down and I said, it doesn't sound too bad. Turn out the song was a crap. But this song, I'm telling you, with the first time I heard it, I was in a radio station, and every Sunday morning, if that radio host don't play it, him can't come out of the studio. Him have to play it for me every Sunday morning. So going out to all of you this morning, the music of Chevelle Franklin. Make sure to add it to the gospel list, Joy. Okay? Can't say me never give you one flavor. So we're gonna end our show this morning, and I'm gonna ask Courtney to give us a summary, and then we get out of here. Courtney.
Yes, I'm right here. I didn't catch the earlier part of the show, but I did hear Jonathan's theme on music. So, we just talk about the music, as I previously said about that he should look at music as a diversion, not a distraction. And we know, even when we look back even to slavery, just as an addition, that they used to use the music to communicate. You use the music to really work harder. Sometimes you're doing some work and you put on play a song or some songs that you love. You find that you do your work quickly. So we know and see the effect of music. And truly, I'd like to thank Jonathan, and maybe sometime in the future, we try to get, even a little panel to discuss the different aspects of music. So I just want to really thank everyone for the contribution, and and even to Flavius when he talks about the music and about Kingston College's music. I know we have to big up KC all the time, but it shows that the music instructor, the music director, who was what you call a elocutionist, once a person like that hears your voice, he knows that, well, X and Y. So, just to clear up that aspect of things, that we, some of us, we do have a speaking voice, or maybe we have great speaking voices, and we can't sing, because I was told that I cannot sing either, also. So, so I do agree that, these things do happen and all of that. But, it's just a very interesting thing that, that was brought up. And Kennedy mentioned about, his country, Kenya, the music and culture, because you see, music cannot be separated from culture. Because in every culture that you can think of, there is music. So everybody in the world, wherever they are, they have their own music. And so music is the greatest part of any culture. Just put it that way, And even as Errol went back to the biblical situation with Saul and David, and we realized that when I said there was he was vexed with an evil spirit, maybe he was depressed, maybe he was, occupied by a demon or something, and the music soothed him and softened that feeling or whatever is happening within him, within the body, within the mind. So we see the power of music. And just thanks to you again, Jonathan. Thanks to the crew. Thanks to everyone for their contribution. Back to you, Franco.
Yes, we give you all a round of applause for that.
Well, this one is a bombshell.
Yes, sir. So we're going to get out of here, and we thank you, Jonathan, for taking time out and for being here with us this morning. So do make sure you have your phone on cock, keep the battery charged, because we're going to call you again.
Yes, sir.
All right. So and stay safe. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share the video. The object of this channel is to educate you and to entertain you. The Real Stuff Podcast is your Caribbean podcast. So for all of you inside the YouTube chat room, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe right now. If you are a subscriber, like and share the video, man. Share it. And remember, tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that the Real Stuff Podcast is here. All right? So live and love every moment of your life. Be grateful for each new day. Cherish your family and friends. Bless others. Keep the faith and never lose hope. And remember, prayer changes things regardless of what religion you belong to. You must pray and continue to pray. On behalf of my podcasting team, Flavius, Courtney, Max Juanette, Francine, who had was to leave us because she's on the job. She apologized. She couldn't stay with us this morning and end the show. So, Francine, we understand because we know you're on the front line. So big up to all the workers on the front line, because I know this thing is spreading like wildfire. Same way. So whether you're in Jamaica, whether you're in Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Asia, wherever you are, big ups to all of the frontline workers. So in the language of the Garifuna, we're going to ask Queen Lubafu to say the Our Father for us. And then Tafina would take on myself to take us out of here. Until next time, take care of yourself and do unto others as you'd like them do unto you. Queen Lubafu.
You lead us to full. You belong far away away. I Jugwala lebo buseru lida mua lida sungfula lida mua lida sungfula.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know what set me if it could flee. Me I fi take away me say.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
Me I fi hide like a thief in the night. Me I fi get out of sight.